For those of you who are wondering what happened to the rest of my Black History Month vlog series, I took a few days out because our story is 365 days a year. So I decided I can carry it on after October and attended the Halo Festival. The Halo Festival is an alternative to Halloween. Halloween is when the veil between this physical world and the spiritual world is the thinnest, so it's the best time to contact your ancestors. On the second evening, Verona Spence of Ancestral Voices was explaining the importance of contacting your ancestors and the effect it has on you.
As we start to show and develop that love for ourselves, so one of the things we can do simply to show love is to invoke our ancestors, because if our ancestors are us and we are discarding them, that's already a sign of a disconnect, this love for self. So it's about embracing ourselves. Learning about our history and culture is another way of showing ourselves love.
On day 2, I attended a workshop with Baba Ayo, and my mind was literally blown, learning about the calabash and how it represents the womb of the cosmic mother. Like if you look at the outside of the shell, it looks like a pregnant woman's belly or a breast. And if you look at it from the inside, it actually looks like milk ducts and even the cosmos.
This ritual was done by some certain black women long ago to try to make sure that we connect back to the source. I, Cezanne, the daughter of, I'm making this drum to repair as ancestral lineage that goes back to eternity.
I can't go into any more detail about this ritual, but I can tell you it works. On day 3, I attended the sound bath with Sekhmet Campbell. And because I was filming, I didn't really get into it, but I tell you, it was so amazing. I wish I had recorded those who did do the sound healing, their feedback, because they gave some really good feedback, but I just forgot to video it. And then I did the shamanic journeying with your ancestors with Sia Ray. Now, I did Sia Ray's shamanic journeying at the African Spiritual Practices event earlier in October for Black History Month, and it's on the Journey of a Sister YouTube channel as well.
And therefore it will require active movement, the movement of your will actively to go down into the earth.
On my shamanic journey, I met this Indian-y looking shaman guy, and he said to me, "Thank you, Mama, for healing your maternal lineage across all timelines, past, present, and future." This confirmed the work that we did with the calabash was successful.
Thank you for sharing. Remember, all is symbolic. The landscapes, the objects, the animals, even how they appear to you is message. Message is formed in what comes, in how they arrive, in how the symbols arrive. Does that make sense? Because yes, it's work, and it calls for intuitive work, inner tuition. This is where our ancestors reside. This is where our power resides. This is where God resides. So this process is a slowing down. It requires patience. It requires trust in God, starting to recognize the difference between this head and this head. as this integration occurs, it is how you will begin to see and witness your true God self.
And then those 2 cells each divide into 4 cells, so you end up with 4 circles, and as the cell continues to divide, this is what you get. It's an embryo. That energy is being projected up and out, and then each of the wires is going to give it a specific frequency. And then what we do with the magnets is we alternate the polarity, because you've got north and south pole of a magnet. So it would go north pole up, south pole up, north pole up, south pole up, north pole up, south pole up, like that. So what this does is, the north and south pole attract to each other, whereas the north and north will repel. So what this does is it creates an energy grid where each of these coils is creating a field of energy where they're attracting to each other from coil to coil.
Oh, wow.
So you've got this powerful grid.
After learning about these organ plates, I decided to put my selenite wands that were gifted to me by Crystal Clear Clarity on the organ plate and charge them up. On the 4th day, we watched a film that had been directed by Armani Naphtali, starring our very own Sister Kasheni. And the film was about the black presence in early Britain, specifically in the Cotswolds. Now, the Unity line was also taking place across London, so we did our own Unity Circle at the Halo Festival. On the last day of the festival, 2 people mentioned this book to me and I was like, what the? So now I know I have to read it and I will be doing a review on it at a later date. There was so much more that took place at the Halo Festival that I didn't even get to record. So if you missed this year, make sure to put your name on the mailing list to join us at next year's Halo Festival, the African alternative to Halloween.